I need new music.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome to a brand new edition of Discover New Music. Joining me to talk all things new music, from ashes to new, Danny Case. Danny, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, man. Great. How are you?
I'm glad to have you on. I'm doing great, man. Excited to talk new music from ashes to new. Reflections officially drops April 17th. And I know you guys riding high, still enjoying it. 2023's Blackout that just was massively successful for you across the board, really. So I want to know, one, not really kind of jumping into anything that typical kind of make an album, tour hard, and then get right back in the studio. How did you guys take that momentum from Blackout, reshape it into something while harnessing the pieces that worked and all that came together, but still making something new instead of maybe falling into it? Well, let's just recreate the success. How'd you guys do that with Reflections and what we're going to hear?
We just weren't afraid to get messy with it, and there was a lot of messiness. So it was certainly a journey, and it was certainly an effort from everyone, and it took everything out of all of us to make this record, what it is.
Yeah.
And we went into the studio and we were like, how do we improve on what we just did and evolve at the same time? Kind of take that record and take the best parts of it and add to it and try to shift it, going forward and creating something that is a little bit different and a little bit new. We had a whole batch of songs from the first time we went into the studio to write this record, and we pretty much threw all of them out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like there were literally like 10 other songs or something like that we, we're in there, we're working week after week, and, all of us can feel it, and we're just not maybe, quite saying it. And we're just like, this isn't cutting it. This isn't doing it. Like, if we're not feeling it, other people aren't going to feel it. And so we took a look at it and we were like, we spend tens of thousands of dollars on a single music video. It's like, we can't just take this record and go, we have 8 weeks and that's it. And that's what it's going to be because that's the budget. We were like, fuck that. Respectively. We're like, fuck that. We need to be not afraid to spend the money, to put in the time in the studio to make this record what it needs to be. So we put in 2.5 times the normal amount of studio time that we put in. And on top of that, we were going back after leaving the studio, we were going back to Matt's house and working all night on it. And so it was a long process. It was super messy. We were ripping our own hair out and each other's hair out, and didn't matter. We always pull through, and we think we created something that is really special.
Man, what a look into that. And I love that it got messy, because I think it can become, especially at the level you guys are at, it can become a little routine, a little cookie cutter. It's like, I like hearing that you guys really challenge yourself on this, and not putting words in yourself, but challenging each other, challenging yourself as a band, your sound, and like you said, came through on the other side.
Yeah, and it was all super uncomfortable. There's no such thing as growth without discomfort. It just is not a thing. So, this process was super uncomfortable for all of us for a lot of different reasons. And that's why I think we're going to experience even more growth with this record than we did with Blackout. And I think we're already seeing it, which is, unbelievable.
I love it, man. That's so cool. Is there maybe some surprises in this? I know you're talking about being uncomfortable, challenging, it being messy. Was there some surprises, one that you saw in the making of it, putting it all together, and that maybe you think fans will also pick up on, or maybe aha moment, anything like that?
Well, I think there's a lot of things that we did that we definitely expanded our horizons on. So like, in the song Villain, there's this like dropout where it's all just like sub bass, and it's like, really kind of dark sounding, but it doesn't even necessarily fall in the category, at least that part, of like rock and metal. It's very like club music, almost like, where it just drops out and it's all 808. And it's like, that's one of my favorite parts of the whole record. So like there are some parts like that where I think that there are some left turns and there are some things that we haven't done before, some styles that we maybe haven't like dove into before. There's one song that has tons of double bass and crazy beats in it, which is like kind of more in the like the metal lane than we've done in the past. So I think there are a lot of things where people are gonna be like, I don't think I've heard that from them, before. So and that was kind of the, partially the goal, is to just like try new things.
And what a treat. And I always love that because again, at your level and challenging yourself and all of that and finding new ways to not only surprise yourself, challenge yourself as artists, but then fans too, because you're getting new fans every single day, as well as trying to keep the, original fans happy. So I think Reflections is going to be a real treat for everyone. And from what we've heard already, I believe we're on the third single at this point, especially the one that came in 2025. So we've been kind of marinating in this, and we're excited to get the full thing, which again drops April 17th. Talk about maybe the feeling, because right now you guys still have it. It's still kind of behind closed doors. You've been given little tastes for everyone.
Yeah.
On an album release day, for maybe all of us that don't release albums, what's that feeling? Is it nervous? Is it excited? Is it, I don't know. Tell about what you think April 17th is going to bring for you.
I mean, it's going to bring an array of emotions. So I think there's going to be a lot of excitement. Our pre-save and pre-download numbers are already double what Blackout was, which is crazy. And then on top of that, I think there's also going to be a sense of relief. We're going to be like, thank God, like this process was insanity and it's out, it's done. We get to just have the fun part now and just like promote it and push it, go out and play the song. So there's going to be, relief. I'm sure there's going to be a good sense of satisfaction and excitement.
Any I told you so's? How about that? I told you so's. Any of those within?
I think we already have an I told you so. Lance and Maddie and Jimmy really love Drag Me. That song's top 10. Matt and I were like, nah, like we're like, it's a good song. We just don't think that there's, anything crazy special about it.
There you go.
Might be our first number one. So and then Die For You is another song where like the second that I heard that, and Matt and I independently had the same exact idea about the song that involved cutting it up and changing it entirely. We had the exact same idea about it. And that song, both of us were just like, if we do it this way, this is going to be huge. And then we put it out and it is blowing up on social media. Every time we post it, tens, hundreds of thousands of views. It's like there's something special about that sound now where like all the social media sites are just like pushing it to everyone's feeds. And so it's getting tons of views. There are accounts that don't even follow us that are using it that aren't even in the context of like anything that has to do with music. So we're like, there was like some video, like some Spanish video gaming channel that was just using it, I think, because it was being pushed to their channel. So like that song's blowing up. So like for, Lance wrote it, and for Matt and I, we were like, we know this song is going to be huge. So like there's definitely a lot of things that I think people called out early where we're like, that is going to be, something great. And that is totally happening and unfolding, which is really cool.
I love it, man. I love it. This is kind of listening to you talk, and I think it's really cool. You're open with talking about, and again, we've said it a couple times, the messiness, the chaos, the insanity of this one. It almost seems like this is your Metallica's some kind of monster, where it's just this, you see the band now transitioning, maybe the internal stuff, trying to find that way, and then it all comes out on top and everything works out, but just that messiness in there. And I think you guys are really embracing it. I think that's cool, man. I think that's cool.
Yeah. The journey certainly felt like, like one of those movie scenes where they're like trying to defuse a bomb. And it's like, It gets down to 1 second and like, oh God, this is going to blow up in our face. And then it diffuses. We're like, holy shit, I can't believe we made it. Oh my God.
Well, we're happy you guys got it, because brand new From Ashes to New, dropping April 17th, Reflections. And we can't wait. I know you guys are going to be busy on the road supporting it. So we'll be excited to see you when you come by our area. I've reworked this last question. We're going to do rapid fire in a second, because I think we got a lot of the important stuff. I always used to ask people, what's your favorite song? And most people say I don't have a favorite one, or it's hard to pick. Then I said, okay, what song sticks out to you? I'm going to try and word it with you, and you're going to be my guinea pig on this one. An alien comes down, has never heard From Ashes to New before, okay? He's got time to listen to one song. You have a Discman there with Reflections on it.
Okay.
One, and then he's got to go.
Yeah,
What song from the record are you going to play for him to give him that taste?
You know what's funny is like if it were any other record of ours, this would be a lot easier of a question. I have literally a list of 7 of the 12 songs where I'm like, I can't even pick what my favorite would be between these 7.
Right.
Normally it's like 3 songs where we're like, okay, these 3 are going to be like the big
For
ones.
sure.
I've got a list of like 7, and for like different reasons, I'm like, man, I like this song for this reason, and this song for this reason. This song has that, and that song doesn't. But
Right.
this song has something that song doesn't. Uh, I'm gonna go. Just because it's doing so well and it does really represent the band really well, I'm gonna go with "Drag Me."
Drag Me. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Or he's going to put him on his little gray ears. I think they have ears. I don't know. Maybe they listen to it.
Antenna.
Antennae, whatever it is. Right. There you go. Well,
Yeah.
good. Well, I think the alien's in for a treat, and we are all in for a treat. Again, Reflections drops April 17th. Mark it down on your calendar, From Ashes to New. Well, Danny, now that we got the important stuff out of the way and everyone is just salivating with new music, let's do a quick rapid fire. Now, I'm going to kick one off with you. This is a personalized one because
Sure.
you are a buff dude. You obviously take care of yourself. So what are you hitting them with? The buys, the tries, or the thighs?
Oh God, none of them really.
Lats, traps. What do we do?
The chest is my big thing. I
man.
love bench pressing. This is like the stereotypical freaking gym bro answer. But I fell in love with bench pressing and just like really started working on my strength training. And my current max is like 360, which for my weight is madness. And I think I just have a knack for it. So like, you get something that you're good at and you just like run with it and you enjoy it because you're good at it. So I just kept going with that. I don't really train my arms because I have a genetic predisposition to have bigger arms. Like some people have massive calves,
Right.
and everyone's jealous of them for it. I happen to have. I look at a pair of dumbbells and my biceps and triceps grow, and so like I'm like, okay, no arms whatsoever. Skip arm day every single time, and they still somehow overshadow parts of my body. I'm like,
Crazy.
God.
Well, good. Well, now I know you're a pec guy. So
I'm trying to be.
It
was because my chest was so small. I was like, I need to fix this. I got these big arms and this stupid flat chest. I just like, all right, I'm gonna bench for 6 years straight, and that's all I'm gonna do.
I love it. Oh my God. What can you make them dance yet? That's the next thing.
For sure. You got to pay extra for that.
Oh, of course. I don't have the funds for this go around, but I'm gonna get a GoFundMe so we can make those pecs dance on the next interview. All right, let's do riff first or lyric first.
Ooh, most of the time riff, but if you can get a lyric first, that shit can be powerful.
I love it, man. The whistle solo in Winds of Change or in Patience?
I'm gonna go Winds of Change.
Great one. I mean, and again, I've told everyone, I actually just talked to Jeremy DePoister of the Devil Wears Prada, and we agreed that you didn't have patience without Winds of Change. So, you got to have both. You got to have both, or you got to have the one to whistle so the other one could whistle, whatever it is. Choco Taco or Flintstone Push Pop?
Choco Taco.
Very nice. Would you rather see Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
Loch Ness Monster.
Side note, do you know what they think that might be now?
No, did they have an answer for it?
So the original black and white photo that we all know of Nessie, and you kind of see like the head, right?
Right.
Apparently,
it's a whale dick, right?
It's a whale dick. It's just a perverted whale with a thin little mustache and rose-colored glasses.
Check it out.
Just out there, which I think is hilarious that people have spent.
He just needed to air his junk out.
He's out there. He's out there. Probably, maybe he was just with another lady whale and maybe he had a little burning sensation. And he's like, I got to air this out. All right, last one. My God. On a scale of 1 to 10 of attractiveness, where do you place Bug Bunny in drag?
Bugs Bunny in drag?
Bugs Bunny in drag on a scale of 1 to 10 of attractiveness.
I'm gonna go 6. Let's go 6.
Hey, you know what?
6. You can't pick 7, and 8's too high.
It's way too high. To
the
each their
6.
own. 6 is a safe number right there.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Danny, thank you for humoring me. More importantly, thank you, brother, for talking brand new music from Ashes to New. Reflections drops April 17th. I'm so excited for you guys. Can't wait to hear more.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.